I tell you, some Indian guy come to me and he said like, you want to learn some game, you want to date some white girls because Indian have a thing of like, white girls. So I will say, man, listen, like this African girl is your white girl, just date her. She is as hot as Swedish girl because she behave and act like a white girl. That's why she is a white girl, because she learned everything from a Swedish girl and now she become white, and you should date this African girl. So hey guys, hope you're doing good. I'm doing good too, and in this video I'll be discussing a very sensitive subject. The title is very provocative: Indian and white masters, or Indian and their white masters.
Now presenting Deepak, the most proven and female-friendly dating coach in this world.
This is the title of this video, and I thought a lot, and this is something what you see in the slide. This is also true. I know a lot of people think in a different way and maybe not agree to what I'm saying in this video. So this video is not directed towards them, but only directed to the people who are having this slavery mindset. And this is something I have seen a lot in Indian community, be it Indians in India, immigrant Indians, or Indian origin West-born Indians. All of these people suffering with this same slavery mindset that white man is their master. They are subservient to the white man, Western man, something like that. And that is something I want to discuss in this video. And this is also relate to the low SMV of Indian on global level. So we will try to figure out what should be the mindset and belief Indian should follow, or the guys who are suffering with this slavery mindset or this low self-esteem, so that they can have better results in their dating life also. But before we move forward, here is the quick message. If you're still suffering in your dating life and not able to find the right solution for the problems what you're facing in your dating life, then now it's time to change it forever. And if you're committed, then get to a 30-minute call with me, where I will listen to your problems what you are facing in your dating life, and I will give you the best solution which will efficiently solve your dating problems. So book a 30-minute consultation call with me. The link is in the description below, and let's solve your dating issues once for all. I am also the creator of dating product of the century, Dating in Fields Domination, which is unchallenged the best live example dating product, where you will not only see my live examples of me interacting with people, making some of them my life partner, but also my students doing the same. And live examples are from all over the world, like New York, London, Europe, Las Vegas, and from all races. If you still do not believe what I'm saying, then just check the product out. It costs only $1, and if you're not satisfied, then I guarantee I will even refund that $1 to you. And also guys, if you're enjoying my content, then like this video, because that will help in performing this video better in algorithm. And don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the bell button so that you will be notified when I release a new video. And let's move forward with the main video. So this video is going to be thought provocative video, and in the middle of this video it can be slightly very brutal in one way, slightly radical things I will be talking about. So take these things in a way that I'm just a computer who is analyzing the history, different societies, different people, and trying to get the mindset, and if this mindset is working for to remove, to eradicate the slavery mindset of Indian. So see in that way, without any judgment. I may come harsh on Indians and Indian origin people, but I have my full support towards India and Indians. The country India where I was born, Bharat, where I was born and spent 26 years of my life. If I see something wrong in my community, then it is my duty to educate and raise up the self-esteem of my community as much as I can. And I know that a lot of West-born Indians don't see themselves as Indians, they see themselves as Westerners, but at the end, there is still a connection. They still have their Indian roots, and they cannot deny. They can disassociate themselves, but they are never going to be a white Western person. So it's better to accept and be proud of who you are rather than to be ashamed of your roots. So it is my duty to educate people who are suffering with this slavery mindset. And this video should not be seen that I'm ignoring other ethnic groups, because my knowledge and my skills are valid for all races, for all ethnic groups, and even for white included. As a dating coach, I notice this trend quite often. Quite often. Again, some guys may disagree, and feel free to disagree with what I'm saying and write in the comment section for what point you're disagreeing. And even if you are agree, then I still want to know your views. What do you think about this issue? And is there any better way you can give to solve this issue? I'll be Perhaps I will make another video about it. So what I've seen, Indians are the only race when it comes to improving their dating life in the West, they tends to go to a white coach. They tends to go to white coach or a positive stereotype coach. I do not see these trends that much in black people or Asian people, but it is much more in Indian origin people. So what it means by that is that like black people, they tends to stick with black dating coach or something like that. Asians stick with Asian dating coach. They have this in group preference, and though I lot of black people come to me, lot of Asian people come to me, lot of Indian people come to me to learn game, and I am happy and I have full love for these people. Even the people who are not believing in me, people who despise me or not liking me, I have no hate towards them also. So I know I always get a lot of love and support from my community as well as from all other races that I already said. But I also have, which is also true, I have to put 10 to 20 times more potent proof. If you see my bootcamp documentaries, what I'm showing, the full process, how I'm teaching my student, you will not see from any other dating coach. On the consistent basis, I show the results. I'm working hard with these guys and bringing result to them. You're not going to see from any other dating coach something. So these are like very potent proof in this dating community, which no other dating coach can provide. These kind of potent proof you are not going to see from any other dating coach. So if despite of the odds are against me, I still able to win the game because of the proof I present in this community, and still get a lot of Indians, lot of black, lot of white, lot of Indians, lot of black, Asian, Latino, all races comes to me and to learn game. I have accepted the situation that as a immigrant dating coach, teaching in West is not an easy job. I am competing against local like Western guys, and it is not an easy job. And I'm not complaining about the situation. I'm not complaining about it that, oh, how hard my life is as a dating coach, as an immigrant dating coach in the West. So what I did was I just made my skills so powerful. So on dating skill level, it is impossible to win against me, and against all odds, I still come up as a winner. So this is not about me getting frustrated why Indians go to white coaches. It is about finding the real reason why Indians still see white Western men as their masters. And if we can solve this problem, this is very important. If we can solve this problem, or even if they see that white man as their master, will this belief system will solve their dating problem? That's the question. Some of the observation, I will first show you some proof what I have seen in the dating community. So here are some observation I have seen. I have seen like countless example again and again from Indian people from my Indian community, be it immigrants or like Westbound Indians. Here I'm showing you some video example, and you can see that like Indian student and a white dating coach, again you see again and again and again, like these are like different example I'm showing. It looks a bit weird, but you will see the only which race who is going to, when it comes to learning game, to a different race, it will be like Indian people will be going to a white dating coach, something like that. You will see it again and again and again. And it is not I'm showing the facts, the proof I'm showing you to you. Then
obviously his accent's not very good, but if we look at it from a more, if we take it more seriously, I would say that it depends. It kind of depends.
I will show you another. I show you one other example here, that there is a black pill content creator, Wheat Waffles, and he made a live stream with some other dating coaches. There were like two other dating coaches, the three British people. These dating coaches were also like British. So these three British people were making live stream about looks and game and everything a few years ago. And what I noticed that in the live stream, the more than 50% of the audience were Indian. You can see the signs what they are using. This is typical Indian people are using. So you see that Indians see these people as their master. More than 50% of people were, as audience, were Indians, and there is no Indian dating coach, there is no Indian guy is there to represent them, but more than 50% of the audience is Indian. Actually, I asked these guys one time also in the past that if they want to collab with me. Actually, they didn't really interested to do any collab with me, because they don't want that some Indian we raise to their level, and then the audience, which is more than 50% is Indian, when they see an Indian guy who is raising to that level, then of course like they will come to me. It can happen that these Indians will come to me. So they want to keep this white privilege intact in one way. That's why they never wanted to make a collab with me. And because the audience is more than 50%, 60% audience is actually minority, they're coming to them. And I have seen it many times, countless number of times I have seen this thing, Indians going to these people. And of course, like when they're going, they are also earning money from them. And Indians, like naive Indians, they don't know what they are doing.
We're going to go in here tonight. There's going to be groups of girls.
Weighing in at 140 pounds at 5'10" is Nardeep.
I'm joined here by Rakesh. We've been going.
Hi, this is Rahul.
So I will show you another video. This American dating coach is talking about why Indians are not getting laid, why it is tough for Indians to getting laid in these places in USA. Look at the views as like this, how much views this video is having, and how much like comments. You can see the comment section. Some white guy is talking, and I'm sure like this is being seen by more than 50-60%, 70% like Indian audience. And how much comments this video and how much views this video is having, because Indian in their mind, they think that white men know it better. Something like that. I really don't get that much views on my just talking videos, and this guy's like, he's just like a Western American dating coach getting so much views. Like proof is in front of you. And Indians see these people as their master, because they hate themselves. Like, these Indians think that, white man knows the best. This is the reality. This is the reality. You will not see some guy from India, or even like imagine a guy who is living in Indian guy who's living in in America making a video about why white people are not getting laid, something like that, or some guy in Delhi or Mumbai, and then he will get that much views, or British people are like not getting laid, or what is the problem they're facing? Do they give a fuck about?
Today you try to go to England. I studied in America, and I remember telling my agent, oh, maybe I'll write a book about America. She immediately said, actually, I don't think the publishers here would be interested, because what would you understand of America in just 1 or 2 years? Think about it. I mean, today if I go to, say, oh, well, I've studied Oxford, I will write a definitive volume on what England is and what its future should be. And number one, they will mostly not let me do it at all. They don't care.
Yeah.
Even if I managed to do it, nobody would care. We were a country where we would take every white-skinned person's opinion on India and hold it up as that, ye to sahi hai. This is the truth about our country. Which is a real, our cultural anxiety was huge. Our cultural anxiety was huge. It was really, really huge.
If some guy from Indian guy is talking about that, no. But Indian people, Indian like immigrants or like West-born Indian origin guy, they have to go to them because they think they know better. And us Indians know nothing. We are just subservient to them. This is what is it? Many Indians, West-born included, they think that white men are superior and they Indians are inferior. I know it looks a bit very weird, because that's why I'm making this video specifically to Indian audience. They have like this issue that they think that white man is superior and Indians are inferior. They think in their mind. They have this inferiority complex. They don't believe in themselves. They have low self-esteem. They act like as subservient to their white masters. They are ashamed of speaking their mother tongue, like North India Hindi. When they speak English, they seen as a higher value person compared to when they speak Hindi. So all these are the signs of slavery they are following, this mental slavery they are following, and it is still going on in this Indian generation. So here I'm written like Jaichand. What is means by Jaichand here? The race traitor. Jaichand, from the Indian history, there was a king emperor like Prithviraj Chauhan, and Jaichand was like in his kingdom also one some other guy, and he betrayed Prithviraj Chauhan and invited some Mughal emperor to fight against Prithviraj, and in this way that he lost the battle, Prithviraj. So when you say Jaichand in India, it means that he's a race traitor. These are like race traitor who are like betrayer, gaddar, traitor. Gaddar is Hindi or Urdu word of like traitor, backstabber, something like that. The person who is not loyal to his race. So Jaichand is something like in that way. So what is the example of race traitor? So I can tell you. So there was a one guy who was when I was sick actually in 2021-22 and I was offline from YouTube, there was a one guy who was an Indian guy and he was contacted me many times. I was ignoring him because when I saw his channel, he was like all about sucking white dating coaches dick all the time. And I didn't had any kind of hate, but I said like, okay, whatever, he just have no base and he just he cannot learn from anything from them. So I just ignored him in the start, but he was just saying again and again. Then I thought at the end he's an Indian guy and I should help him. And then I said, okay, I will come to your stream, and we decided to do the live stream on his channel at that time. And I did one stream with him and it got like a lot of views. Then I did another stream with him and it also got, he again said I want to do another stream with you. Okay, I agreed and we did it, and he got these streams got a lot of views on his channel also. Then what happens, there was some other student, like some other guy who contacted him, and he said that I noticed that you have done live stream with Deepak, and since you are also Indian, and he is also, like, it came to you, he came to your live stream, then you must be knowing about him, so how he is. He said, you know what this Jachand said? I will not use his name, but this Jachand said that Deepak is stupid. He has no game. You will lose your money. Don't go to him. He has no idea about game. He is not a pickup. He is a like fraud. Uh, just come to me. I will teach the best. I will teach you the best game. And or to my master James Tusk. Go to him. Like, they are the best in this industry, and go to them, and or come to me, but don't go to Deepak. This student still decided to come to me, and it was very good, like, for experience for him. And he told me this story, and I was just shaking my head that like I am dealing with so much, like I am going against all odds, and even people from my community are like backstabbing me. People from my community are also backstabbing me, which is a bit kind of sad thing. But then I was also thinking, like, maybe if I able to find the root cause of the problem, maybe we can solve this problem, because I do not hate this guy. He will never able to achieve the level what I have achieved. Even like some Western dating coach will never able to achieve the success what I have achieved in my dating life. Like some, like there will be some who have, of course, they have like SMV advantage. They may have achieved the same level of success that I have achieved, but there are like many they will never achieve. I'm not saying that I'm the only guy who has the best result. I'm saying I'm the only guy who has the best result for his SMV. For my SMV, I have the best results. That's what I'm saying. It is always included SMV, my circumstances. So, then I was just thinking, like, man, like, he was so nice to me on the pod in this live stream podcast, but this is what he was saying, and that's how it is. That's how it is. So I will not say his name. Who is this guy? So this is like some experience I have faced. Something like this I've experienced, I have faced, and I'm just telling you guys what is the reality, and it is a tough thing. It is not an easy job. Like when you have not even support from like that solid support, like for example, black people support each other, Asian people support each other, but in Indians, you are all by yourself. There are some people definitely that support me, and I respect them, and I have, my love for them. But there are like a lot of people who are like Jachand in this our community, and we are trying to solve this problem. Maybe we able to solve this problem because it is all about the mindset. Maybe it is all about the mindset, and we can solve this inner game mindset issue of Indians. Something like that. So the slavery mindset, Indian slavery mindset. So going to a positive stereotype, white dating coach will solve their dating problem. So what these Indians think, like this slavery Indian mindset, I will say this is Indian slavery mindset, because black people are not having this mindset. More or less the Asian people are also not having this mindset, but Indians do have this kind of this slavery mindset. So going to a positive stereotype, white dating coach will solve their dating problems. So learning their behavior, mannerisms, game techniques will make them white, and then they will get white Stacy. Will eventually date them. They can eventually date them. Finally, they can be labeled themselves as Westerners, because they hate being Indian anyway, or white man is superior, because they hate being Indian and they think that white man is superior. So now we will analyze this belief system, analyzing the belief of many Indian and West-born Indians, learning from positive stereotype. A white coach act like them will make them white from inside, and then they can solve their dating problems, solve the problems in dating life, because they are superior. They means the like this positive stereotype white dating coach are superior than Indians, and learning from them will make us means Indians also superior, which is a sign of low self-esteem behavior. This is also like, this is what they think. So let analyze this belief system. Maybe this belief system is correct. We have to analyze it. So imagine a girl from Africa. Here I'm saying, no offense to black audience. I have full respect for you guys, but I'm using just one example, just for a demonstration example. Imagine a girl from Africa. She started to live with a hot Swedish blonde girl in Sweden. Now she learned all the white people behavior, mannerisms and etiquettes from this hot Swedish girl. How to behave and act in front of opposite sex, perhaps how to seduce a man and all the stuff. Now in her mind, this African girl, after living with this hot Swedish girl, she thinks that she is white now. She lived maybe 1 or 2 years with this hot Swedish girl, and in her mind she thinks that she is now a white girl. She's thinking. Now I tell you, some Indian guy come to me and he said like, you want to learn some game, you want to date some white girls, because Indian have a thing of like, white girls. So I would say, man, listen, like this African girl is your white girl, just date her. She is as hot as Swedish girl because she behave and act like a white girl. That's why she is a white girl, because she learned everything from a Swedish girl and now she become white, and you should date this African girl. I say to you, what will be your answer? What you will think? What you will think? Deepak is crazy. He is just fucking crazy. What is going on with Deepak? Deepak is crazy. So here you will also say, now you will say this example, what the fuck is this? This is a wrong comparison, because girls and guy attraction triggers works differently. Girls and guys attraction triggers works differently. I do agree. Yes, the attraction triggers works differently, and I agree. The girls do not care about race and looks as much as guys do, but these factors are still important factors. Sometimes either it's hidden or right on the face. The girls can have doubt / objections when meeting a guy who is different, who is looking different, who is from different race. They can have some hidden or right on the face, some doubts, some objections, some kind of resistance when they're meeting a guy from different race. These things can be solved though. So a positive stereotype, a white dating coach will never able to teach you how to deal with these kind of issues, because he has never faced these kind of issues. When a white dating coach has never faced these kind of racial issues, then he will never able to teach you on the first hand how to deal with this issue. Now somebody will say, oh, what the fuck was saying, like, no, this white coach is going to Latin America, and then there is also racial issues, language issues. This white dating coach is going to Korea. There is issues, some racial issues. This white dating coach is going to Philippines or in Thailand. There are some racial issues. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? You are comparing some Indian gaming in Europe or in US or in Canada compared to a white guys going to Latin America or in Philippines or in Thailand or in Korea. That is not even a comparison. So you cannot compare like that. We know the reality. I do not need to repeat it again and again. watch my other videos I made about race. So you understand, so when they are not have faced these kind of hidden objections or on the face objections, they will never able to teach you how to handle these things on the first hand. So now we go in the history to understand what should be the right mindset for Indians as well as for other minorities, and how we can get rid of the slavery mindset. So this video, I'm just giving you a warning again. This video is not intended to offend any religion or any group of people. I'm talking about history from a neutral perspective without any judgments, and trying to understand the minds of the people in the past to solve the minority slavery mindset as well as their dating issue in present time. So we will be seeing the history, what happened in the history, and try to understand the mindset of the people at that time, and we will figure out if we can solve this slavery mindset of minorities, or specifically like Indians, be it like Indian or Indian immigrants or West-born Indian origin guys. If we can solve this issue, if we can solve, and then it will, maybe we can eventually help to solve, this can help in solving the dating issues of these people in the present time. Here we will not be discussing about any moral here, because the morals are just man-made rules in the society. Group of people who has more power and the superiority over others, they set the rules and the other have to follow them. What is right and what is wrong is all subjective. Lot of things were right in 100 years ago. Lot of things which were right 100 years ago, they are wrong now. Lot of things which are right now, they will be wrong 100 years in future. Our goal is to find a right solution, how we can live happily in the present time, instead stuck in these morality battles. We are not going to waste our time in what is right and what is wrong. We are not going to stuck ourselves in morality battles. We have to find the right solution so that we can live happily in present time. Morals, for example, clear example, USA set the morals. US is the powerful authority all over the world. They set the rules. This is how the democracy should look like, and every country has to follow. So either by sword or by diplomacy, they force the other nation to follow what they want. Some small nation bow down to them and say yes sir, do what USA say, and some try to show some resistance. So, but at the end, they set the morality rules. If they are right or if they are wrong, it is not important. What is that USA is powerful, and they set the powerful person set the rules, and everybody has to follow. And most of the time it is by force. So we talk about Islamic invasion in Europe in the history. So in Islam, when they attack Europe, so in Islam, in the old days, in the old history time, when they attack Europe, what was their mindset? Was their mindset like, oh, we want to be like white European men and then they will accept us and then we will date white girls? They were not thinking like that. In Muslim at that time, in the old days, like we want to be like white European and then they will accept us and then we will date white girls. They didn't thought like that. So we talk about the first example, Islamic invasion in Europe in the history. So they invade Europe because of the sense of superiority they have. Islam teaches like there's a sense of superiority. Their religion is the best. Muslim have this kind of superiorities. They have the loyalty to the tribe, means that Muslim brotherhood, they are loyalty, which makes them also united. When you are loyal to a tribe, your tribe, then you are also united, plus with some other factor included. So these factors made them to invade, conquer Europe. After they won the battle, they took European girls, married them, or enslaved them. This is how it worked. That was their game plan. It was not like, oh, we want to learn some game from a white man, make them our master, and then be like them, and then date their girls. You understand? That was not their game plan. Their game plan was completely different. Power, superiority. So now the second example, white men enslaved African, Asian, Indians. What was the mindset behind? We white men are superior and rest are inferior. We have the power as well as the entitlement to do whatever we want, and we will do it whatever we want. No one can do anything to stop us, and that's what they did. And of course, like when they enslaved the whole group of population, of course when they become horny, they also have boom some other slave if they are finding them attractive enough. Let's do not go in the detail, but they have done something like that also. So now we talk about the third example, which is very interesting. This is from the present time. This is the third example, is from present time. A 65-year-old white man going to Thailand or Philippines and getting a girl 1/3 of his age. Do he think that, oh, I want to become like a Thai guy or a Filipino guy, and then I will date a Thai girl or Philippine girl? I will act and behave like them, and then I will date them. Answer me, do you think that he is thinking like that? Do you really think that he is thinking like that? You can say right now, like, oh, Deepak, you are using a wrong example, because the whole world think that white men treated superior in these places and Indians are treated very differently. And I do understand how Indians are treated in these places, specifically in South Korea, or compared to white. Like, I know, like, how Indians are treated in Korea compared to white. I know that, but I know that it's world perception, and it cannot be changed instantly right now. It cannot be changed instantly. I do understand, but let's come to this point later. We will first learn something very important from the past, the inner game. We have to learn something very important from the past, the inner game. So first example is Islam. We will discuss the Islam. So inner game. So what is the inner game and outer game? So inner game is something, what is the mindset behind, what is the core belief system, what is the mindset you are following. The outer game is the tactics. So when we say like seduction, so in seduction, the inner game is the mindset, what the mindset you should have when you are going to approach a girl, seduce a girl. And the outer game is the what are the techniques and all the stuff what you will use to get this girl. So in pickup, both are used, inner game as well as outer game. This is very, very important to understand. And in anything, any business, in everywhere, like, we have this inner game, outer game, in the sense like when the Islam invaded Europe. So inner game is the mindset, then outer game is the tactics, what they use. So inner game here, for example, Islam being superior, entitled, an unshakable core belief system in Muslims. They have in Muslim people that like they are entitled, and they have this unshakable core belief system. They have this Muslim brotherhood also, make them united. This is very, very important. Like, unitedness is very, very important. And loyalty to the tribe. At least at that time they were loyal. I don't know how much loyal Muslims are now these days, but at that time they were loyal to the tribe. They have the loyalty to the tribe, and motivation to spread Islam also, and some other factors. Just I'm not going too much detail, but these are the like inner game. This, like, being superior, sense of superiority, and other things I have explained. And like, brotherhood, Muslim brotherhood, which is make them united, and loyalty to the tribe. The outer game, is the game tactics. We say like strength, battle tactics, outer game, and these are all highly fueled by the inner game. The outer game tactics are fueled by inner game tactics. inner game belief system, and opponents, we say, unaware of what is coming and most probably deluded. The opponents, like for example Europeans or Indians, they were unaware of what is coming, most probably deluded or naive, something like that. So now we talk about the second example, colonization. So here, the inner game, white men are superior, entitled, and to back up these belief systems, they have the superiority technological advantage. They have the track record of this technological advantage over the other races. So definitely they have the backup part also there, and the outer game tactics is, but again, this white man superiority is a strong inner game belief system entitlement they have, because when you are like, when you think you are superior, when you think you are entitled, then you will have this entitlement to make other tribe as your slave. Simple as that. The outer game is better battle tactics they had. The opponent is a weak technical advanced opponent, like in Indians or in Africa, like weak technical advanced opponents. This is how it worked. So third example we take like Thailand, Philippines. So inner game, white man superiority is still their entitlement to some extent also. White man in superiority is there definitely. Outer game, actually there is no outer game, actually minimum technical game. Now we're talking about seduction. In earlier we are not talking about seduction. Outer game is like minimum technical game, and the cash, they need some cash there. Opponents in here, it is like girls, very weak opponent who already prey white western man. This is the reality. These are the fact. I'm not like making anything up. It is just I'm presenting you with the facts here. This is how it is. So now the question is the learning lesson from minorities, what we can learn from this. So combining all these things, so now we combine Indians and other immigrants who are suffering in their dating life in the West, or even white people who are suffering in their dating life. What should be the inner game for everyone? We do understand that brute force battle barbarism is not going to happen in this present time, but we still have to be successful in our dating life in the West. We still have to be very successful in the dating life in the West, in our dating life in the West. So from all these three examples, there is one thing which is very common. So from all these three examples, one thing is common. And what is common? I've written already, superiority. They all think they are superior than any other race, or it's the world's perception that they are better than any other race. You understand? The superiority is the one thing in all three examples common. They all think they are superior than any other race or any other person, or it's the world perception of them that world think that they are better than other races, something like that. So what should be the inner game mindset? Now the question is, what should be the inner game mindset? So now if Indians want to date Stacy's or hotter girls at the same time love to bow down to their white masters, then how it is possible? So how it is possible? If Indians want to date Stacy's, the hotter girls at the same time love to bow down to their white masters. Is it possible? It is not possible. It cannot be possible. Simple as that. So based on all three examples, as well as I have already given you the hint. So based on all above example, we have already discussed Islamic invasion of Europe, as well as this white man colonization and white man in Thailand. All these three examples, I have already given you the hint how you have to think of yourself if you want to get successful in your dating life in the West or in any other part of the world. People say sometime, oh Deepak, tell me about your belief system, how you have this strong belief system. I am giving you a hint, I'm not saying anything, how you have to think. Based on all three examples, as well as what I have given you the hint, now you decide how you have to think of yourself if you want to get successful in your dating life in the West or any other part of the world. I hope you get it. This was the inner game part. This is the inner game part we are talking about. You have to understand, if you love to bow down, if you think white man is the best, if you think like that, you are always going to suffer in your dating life. It's not going to work, because you have to change the core belief system what you have, especially the slavery mindset the Indians have. You have to change this thing, otherwise you're gonna suffer. Always, you're always going to suffer. Something like this, you are not going to listen from any other person. Forget about Indians, they cannot even challenge something like this. They don't even have balls. Any like Indian outside India or Indians inside India, they don't have balls to talk like this, because they don't understand. Indians in India, they're all like this content, they're all like blue pill content. They don't even have any idea. When I see these guys are giving dating advice, they have no idea what they're talking about. So now we talk about outer game. This is the inner game. I have given you the hint. It is, I'm not saying, I'm just giving you three examples. This example, Islamic example, colonization example, Philippine example, Thailand Philippine example, and extracting the common belief system what these people had and what should be the belief system we should follow. You decide by yourself. I'm not saying anything. It's up to you. So now we talk about outer game, because it is important to be realistic at the same time. It is very important, like some people do this mistake. Outer game is very, very important in dating game, because it is very important to be realistic. Just core belief system is not enough to win the dating game. Imagine like this white so in India, like the East India Company came from the Goa side around. They came before the British Empire. It was like an East Indian Company. They definitely had the superiority over Indians, but they were very tactical. They tactically, with a very good outer game, they captured the whole India, England. So they were also very tactical in the battle. So just because you have a core belief system, you're not going to win the battle. In Islam, they have the superiority. They are better than other people, but they were still using some battle tactics to win. So there is outer game involved. Is the same thing. I'm comparing the dating game with this these kind of examples, but this is who I am, learning from everyone. So because here is also like it is like a battle. You want to win this battle, this dating game, so we need to follow some realistic tactics. The best tactics wins the battle. The best tactics wins the game. It is important to be realistic at the same time. Just core belief system is not enough to win the dating game or dating battle. Opponent in dating game, opponent for you guys is tough. It is not like some white guys going to Thailand. It is not like that. Opponent is tough, as world perception for Indian men or similar races is also not that good. So the difficulty is already increased now. First, the opponent is tough. We are going for like Western girls or white girls or like Western girls, European girls. Then opponent is is different. It is tougher. At the same time, the world perception of Indians or the similar races is also not as good compared to a white Western man. It's like, right now it is not like that. Hopefully it will change in future. In that case, we have to be better equipped with the tactics and techniques which will help us to win the game, and we need superior outer game techniques, superior problem, objection, doubt, resistance solving techniques. This is very important. Now we're talking about in the field how we solve these issues: superior problem solving, objection handling, doubts, resistance that may come from the girl, these techniques, and that can only be learned from anyone who has faced the same situation again and again and come out winning. This is very important. You can only learn from someone who has faced this situation again and again and come out as a winner, not like a complainer. They're like some guys, they say, oh, this is tough and that is tough, but they never come out as a winning and they're like crying babies. You choose someone who is facing this situation and come out as a winner. So either it's me, Deepak, who has unchallenged the best dating system game to meet girls in the daytime scenario. So, or choose someone else who has proved first, these are the very important point, who has first proved his success in dating hot girls in the West on consistent basis, as well as bring success to his student the same way. So for the second condition, first condition to be met. So first, the dating coach has proved the success of meeting hot girls or dating hot girls in the West on consistent basis, as well as bringing success to his students the same way. Third, as well as having no benefit of looks, race, accent advantage when getting this success. Of course, like I think by this time, like majority of the guys who are watching this video are like Indian minority. They will be, if you, even if you're a white guys, then still, okay, this point is not concerning you as a white guy. So at least if somebody is having these 2 points, it is still the best for you, because if a dating coach is having all these conditions, he's the best dating coach even for white guys. And for minorities, of course, he's the best because he's now qualifying all 3 conditions. So either you can choose me or some other guy who has these qualities. Ask dating coach if they have proof of he's getting consistent success with the girls or having proof of the girlfriend or something like that before you want to go to him. If they are not able to show the proof, then they are like fraudster. So right coach is again choose someone who qualifies all 3 criteria. First, proven his success dating hot girls in the West, also bring success to his student, as well as no heavy looks, race, accent advantage. So if you see, when I say that I am going against all odds, means that as a dating coach I'm not getting any advantage of looks, race or accent when I'm teaching guys in in the West. I do have very less buy-in compared to other guys, and that's why I compensated with lot of proof to compensate this racial issues, racism. I just put lot of proof, put my skills so high level that I still come out as a winner. So for these are the inner game. I already told you, like, how you have to think, but you have to have the outer game also there, because just because you have inner game, it's not going to solve. So why I'm making these videos, because I still see that dating game is very race biased. When it comes to someone choosing, when it comes to someone choosing a dating coach, then they are not fully educated, and instead of making a rational decision, they make emotional decision, choosing some dating coach who cannot bring any result, and then they live a depressed, sad life. And lot of Indian people are doing like this. They are going to these coaches. I have like countless example of guys going to these coaches. I even, yeah, I have like I have seen lot of example of guys. Have you already seen, like, I will show you the footage of the guys who are doing it, and they are, most of the time they are not getting that much success, and like making a decision based on emotionality rather than rational. Plus, for Indians, this slavery mindset is also there that influence their decision making, because learning from a white man, they will think that they will become white and act like them, and then they will get these stasis. But this is not how it works. So that's what I want to say in this video. The purpose of this video is not to offend anyone, but to educate people so that they can make right, rational decision and live a happy, successful dating life. That's the only reason I'm making this video, so that I want to educate you. So if you want to learn game, if you want to get success in your dating life, and you are suffering with this slavery mindset, you have to get out of the slavery mindset. The inner game, the core inner game, I have explained, and I've given you the hint how you have to think. This is how you have to think. This is how it is. Either it's prey, or we say predator or prey. You want to be prey or you want to be predator. It looks a bit weird, but there is no in between. Simple as that. There will always be a power dynamics. I'm not saying predator in the man's like means like, physically do something. It's the mindset you have to have. This is how it is. This is how it works. The world is brutal, and you have to be strong. Otherwise, they will eat you alive. The world is brutal. I have seen by myself. So some people may be asking why I'm making this 3 extreme examples. Oh, why cannot I become so accommodating, following the path of peace, these Gandhi ideology of ahimsa, peace and all the stuff? Why Deepak is showing these extreme examples? Why I cannot be accommodative and still good in my dating life? I should treat girls as equal as in Hindu Dharma. They teach that you should treat girls as your equals. We give equal right and respect and promote her empowerment, something like that in Hindu Dharma, in Sanatan Dharma. And in India, they are saying, you must be saying something like that. Why I need to be so radical? That we'll be discussing in another topic. And I will explain what are the mistakes Hindu Sanatan Dharma gurus or content creators are doing without even knowing and understanding the true nature of women. But let's discuss this thing in another video. So maybe you must be thinking, oh, he's using this Islamic example or this like white colonial example or something like that. Why I'm not using some soft examples? This is how it is. And what about the female empowerment in Hindu Dharma? They are like promoting in Indian society, and Hindu Dharma content creator, Sanatan Dharma content creator, they're talking very blue pill ideology when it comes to dating. Actually, they are doing more harm to Indian society without even understanding the true nature of women. But we will be not touching this topic right now here. We'll be discussing these things in another video. Maybe I will make a Hindi channel, and I will discuss these things in Hindi so that I will connect to more people. Right now, the point of this video is how we can get out of the slavery mindset. What are the disadvantages of following this slavery mindset? Indians thinks this like white man is their master. I do not want to offend anyone in this video, and though this video can come a bit slightly harsh, but somebody has to talk about it. Otherwise, I see a lot of people are making videos, but nobody is able to deal with the core problem and the core solution what one should have. Here I'm trying my best to solve this issue. I'll make more video about it in more details in future. So if you are enjoying this content, then like this video, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button. And also guys, if you want to improve your dating life, then I also have a product, Dating in Fields Domination, one of the best product. It is the product of this century. Nobody in this world can make something like this. Only Deepak can do it. They will see in fields of me, my students, word by word, line by line, how they approach girls and, you know, seduce them. So everything is there. Check that product out. Just $1 and really good product. You can cancel it anytime. And also guys, if you want to learn from me one-on-one, then you can apply to the link in the description. Then I will have a short call with you. Listen to the problem, what you're facing in your dating life, and I will give you the right solution that will help you in reaching your goal in your dating life in the shortest amount of time possible. And I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye. I hope you've enjoyed this video and got a lot of value out of it. By the way guys, if you are still suffering in your dating life, not able to find any solution for the problems you are facing in your dating life, now it's time to change it forever. And if you really want to get guided by me personally in my mentorship program or in my one-on-one bootcamp program, then apply to the link in the description below. The link is deepakdating.info/mentorship. But keep in mind, my mentorship program or my one-on-one bootcamp program are in very high in demand with a very limited availability. They are also costly. So only if you are fully motivated, committed and prepared emotionally and mentally, want to get guided by me personally, only then apply to the mentorship or my bootcamp program. If right now the cost is the issue, or you are not able to do my mentorship program or my bootcamp program due to any personal reason and still want to change your dating life, then I suggest you to join Dating in Fields Domination. The link is also in the description below. The first link, it's only $1, completely risk-free. You can cancel it anytime you want to. There you will see pure uncut in-field interaction of me as well as my students, getting laid, getting girlfriends. Listen word by word, line by line, in-field interactions in this program, Dating in Fields Domination, and learn top-level seduction skills which no other dating coach in this world can able to teach you. I challenge it. So what you will see in Dating in Fields Domination in the infields, that is something you will be personally learning from me in my mentorship program or my one-on-one bootcamp program in future if you plan to join it. So apply to the link in the description below for a 30-minute free call, deepakdating.info/mentorship. If you really want to get mentored by me personally and change your dating life, or other alternative, join Dating in Fields Domination. The link is also in the description below. If you are not really sure right now for mentorship program or my one-on-one bootcamp program. Also guys, don't forget to watch the playlist Rock Solid Infield on this channel, where I'm doing live flirt, picking up girls in front of camera, showing top level pickup and attraction skills. Also don't forget to watch Student Transformation and Testimonial, where I'm teaching my students, showing full documentaries, student success and their testimonials also.